Hi everyone, in this video we'll see how polyphagia, polyuria and polydipsia occurs in diabetes mellitus. As we all know, diabetes mellitus refers to a clinical syndrome of hyperglycemia, which is elevation of blood glucose concentration, and this occurs due to the deficiency of insulin. The three P's of diabetes mellitus include polyphagia, polyuria and polydipsia. What do you mean by polyphagia is it is excessive eating, and polyphagia in diabetes mellitus can be explained by the glucostatic theory. It is occurring due to the inadequate glucose utilization by the glucoreceptors of the satiety center in the hypothalamic ventromedial nucleus. Normally, in a healthy individual, after food intake, there will be increase in the plasma glucose level. Now, this increase in the plasma glucose level will cause a increase in the glucose utilization of the cells of the satiety center, which act as glucoreceptors. Glucose utilization by the satiety center requires insulin, and so in the presence of the hormone insulin, glucose enters the cells of the satiety center and stimulates the satiety center. Stimulation of the satiety center causes inhibition of the feeding center, which is present in the hypothalamus, and this gives a sense of fullness and individual stops eating. This is seen in a normal healthy individual after food intake. Now, what happens in diabetes mellitus is due to the deficiency of the hormone insulin, the glucose utilization by the cells of the satiety center is decreased or inadequate, and this would cause the satiety center not to be stimulated and its activity will be decreased. This causes less or no inhibition of the feeding center, resulting in the feeling of hunger, causing excessive eating or polyphagia. Coming to polyuria, which is passage of large amount of urine frequently. In diabetes mellitus, there is high plasma glucose concentration, which will increase the filtered load of glucose in the nephrons. Now, this increase in the filtered load will exceed the tubular maximum, and not all filtered glucose will be reabsorbed. Unreabsorbed glucose remains in the proximal tubular lumen. So there will be presence of large quantities of unreabsorbed glucose in the proximal tubule. And this would increase the osmolarity of the tubular fluid and will exert an osmotic effect in the proximal tubules, which decreases the water reabsorption in the proximal tubule and result in osmotic diuresis. Osmotic diuresis refers to increase in the urine output due to osmotic effect, and this causes polyuria. Polydipsia is excessive drinking of water. In diabetes mellitus, there is high plasma glucose concentration, which will increase the ECF osmolarity, and this would increase the osmotic pressure of the extracellular fluid. This would cause an osmotic effect, and water from the intracellular fluid or cells will move to the extracellular fluid. So there is osmotic transfer of water from the cells to the extracellular fluid. This would cause cellular dehydration, and the cells of the thirst center are stimulated due to the cellular dehydration, causing activation of the thirst mechanism, which increases the water intake, causing polydipsia. In addition to it, there is osmotic diuresis, which we saw previously in the slides. This will cause increased loss of water from the body, and this would decrease the ECF volume, which causes compensatory dehydration of the cells. As we said earlier, there is a cellular dehydration will cause activation of the thirst mechanism, which increases the water intake, and this will cause polydipsia. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, Simple Concepts in Medical Physiology, for more videos.